What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up and Chat. My name is DJ Mathews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, Iheartradio, Twitter, TikTok, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell, buy the subscribe button on our YouTube page. Let's get it popping. All right, check it out, man. You guys understand, we're coming with this basketball. I got to talk about all the teams and players that are doing their things. I can't just focus on just one team. I like to talk about all the teams and give, everybody, equal amount of, representation, because at the end of the day, we all basketball, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, former player, you like to hear different takes on different teams. Nobody wants to hear about the same thing. That's been the main problem with me in mainstream media. If you go to most of these talk shows, they talk about the Lakers or the Nets and teams like that who are just big markets, but they don't give the credit to the teams that actually are doing their thing. So I think it's our responsibility as YouTubers and stuff like that and people who play the game to give amount of equal credit where it prevails. So right now I'm going to the Clipper game. They about to play the 76ers tonight, so I'm on my way to LA for that. I live in San Diego for people who don't know, so I'm constantly going back to, evaluate Clipper games and stuff like that. But this video is going to be about a team that has the best record in the NBA right now. This is going to be a team that's actually doing their thing. And we're going to get into it, man. So that team is the Phoenix Suns. Okay, the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA right now, bar none. They have the best record. They have the most chemistry since the All-Star break. If you want to say the entire season, you can even say that. They're coming off a finals berth last year. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. And they're playing the best basketball. It is what it is. And, they got pretty much all the pieces to get back to the finals as long as they stay locked in, right? They have the chemistry, they have the coaching, they have the stars, they have the role players, they have the youth, they have the experience. They have everything that they need to, get to the finals again. But I want to talk about a guy that I've actually had a lot of, respect for since the beginning of this season, who I actually claimed to be the MVP before anybody even brought his name up, because I didn't see nobody bring this cat's name up. And that guy is Devin Booker. Devin Booker, I'm going to put the video inside the, comment section. I'm going to pin it in the pinned comments. Devin Booker, to me, was my preseason pick for the MVP for a number of reasons. And if y'all want to see the entire video, I'm going to put it inside the, comment box so y'all can check it out. But I want to talk about what happened last night. The last night, the Phoenix Suns played against the Denver Nuggets. And they were able to prevail in Denver and beat Nikola Jokic, who is a contender for the MVP candidacy. Now, me personally, I said this. I don't think Nikola Jokic should be top 3 in the MVP because people keep bringing up his stats. But when his stats been a reason why you get the MVP? I thought it was about getting wins, your momentum, and then stats. That's what I thought it was supposed to. Because if we can do that, there's players in the NBA history we can give these, MVPs to who've had, tremendous stats, right? So I don't look at stats. I think Nikola Jokic top 5, but I don't think he's ahead of Joel Embiid. I don't think he's ahead of Devin Booker. I'm going to continue to say that. And I don't think he's in front of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Denver's number 6 in the Western Conference. I mean, it is what it is. If that's the case, we got to give Ty Lue some credit as well. We got to give Ty Lue some credit. But I'm going to get back to the point. Devin Booker had 49 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists last night when they beat the Denver Nuggets. He's averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists per game on 46% field goal shooting, right? What I seen last night from Devin Booker, and since Chris Paul's been absent from the lineup the last 15, 16 games, the Suns have went 11-4 since Chris Paul's absence. And they played great teams. They beat the Miami Heat. They faced the Minnesota Timberwolves the other night. They faced the Brooklyn Nets. They faced a lot of good teams, and they've been able to prevail and beat these teams, right? Without Chris Paul being present. So, Devin Booker has been the prime reason. I think a lot of people thought Chris Paul was the reason why, solely that the Phoenix Suns were the success. I can give you that, but we got to remember what Devin Booker's impact has been. When I just said the 15 game stretch that Chris Paul wasn't available, the Suns went 11-4. That's a great record. You got to look at also the bubble a couple of seasons ago before they got Chris Paul, the Suns had the best team in that bubble in the as part of the season. They went 8-0. You can argue that Devin Booker was the MVP in that bubble before the playoffs. So they were already trending up before Chris Paul got there. Now, Chris Paul definitely, added on amount of momentum, but they were already trending up before Chris Paul had got there. Devin Booker just never really had like much of a team. But now it's good that Chris Paul wasn't available for 15 games. You got a chance to see what Devin Booker has been. So in that 15-game stretch, you got to remember what his averages are as far as his stats, but look what he's been having responsibilities. Since CP3's been out, Devin Booker has had to been taking over the point guard responsibilities. He had to, be responsible not just scoring the ball, but also facilitating the offense. That's two heavy burdens to do. And he's carried that burden with such class and respect that I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but Devin Booker should be in the MVP conversation, no doubt. But like last night, Kyrie Irving put that out there. He said Devin Booker should be MVP. And then I think Isaiah Thomas, the NBA legend, retweeted it. Something that he said Devin Booker should be there because he's leading the league. He's leading this team with the best record in the NBA, and he has the highest scoring on the team, leading team in scoring, so he should be there. And Devin Booker put in responses like, they pick and choose who to talk about, and that's facts. Nikola Jokic again. I'm saying with this, it's not the fact that I don't like Nikola Jokic. I don't like the fact that Nikola Jokic fanboys have to put down other MVP candidates to make their guy look good. This guy lost to Joel Embiid as far as head-to-head matchup just a week and a half ago. The Sixers lost that game, but Joel Embiid completely dominated Nikola Jokic. They didn't want to talk about that. These mainstream media didn't want to talk about that. Then last night, Devin Booker dominates that matchup with 49 points. Nikola Jokic had 28, 6, and 6. Going up and down the court, complaining about how physical the game is. I told y'all, Nikola Jokic can be rattled if you get physical with him. He does not like physicality unless he's the one doing it. So, if Nikola Jokic to me should not be the MVP. But let me get back to D-Book. D-Book, shoot, he wasn't just hitting shots. He was actually playing great defense. He had like 3 steals in the second half down the stretch. Three critical steals. 2 of them on Nikola Jokic. He was drawing back with the fans. He was taking tough contested shots, making them consistently, very efficient. And it reminded me a lot of Game 6 into 2010 conference finals. What's the conference finals between the LA Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, where Kobe Bryant pretty much took over. And that's what D-Book reminded me of last night, that performance that Kobe Bryant did in that closeout game. And I'm seeing, this is the reasons why I picked Devin Booker to be my MVP, because I saw this coming. I seen this in him as far as being a killer, as far as being able to take over the load when, their captain goes out, and not folding in pressurized situations. I saw this about Devin Booker, and I think he needs to get more respect, more MVP admiration. The only thing about Book is he seems to get up for games like this, but I don't think he really particularly cares about the MVP. I don't think he really does. I think he just cares about being a competitor and winning. That's what I think he's about. But I don't think Devin Booker is really concerned about being an MVP. I just think he just wants to go out there and just, compete. But I'm going to make the case for him. Devin Booker should be a top 3 MVP candidate right now. And I'm surprised. I don't understand why it took so long for these mainstream media members to even make this a debate. I mean, if you look at his season, why can't D-Book be in the MVP race? They got the best record in the league. He proved that he can play at a high level without Chris Paul. He's had to play point guard and shooting guard for the Phoenix Suns. He's a marketable guy. Off the court, that's what you need for the MVP. And his impactfulness on the defensive side of the ball, I've seen also has gotten so much better since those Olympics. So he's doing everything to be a leader of this team. So we need to give D-Book more respect, and I'm here to, be the first and hopefully not the last, to campaign for him. If Devin Booker does not get the MVP, I think it should go to Joel Embiid. But that's just my sentiments. Without being said, go and pull up a seat, pull up a check, pull up. Peace. I like swimwear.